Alright you guys, this is going to be the first video on my brand new Smith & Wesson M&P340 J-frame. It's a beautiful gun. It has a scandium alloy frame with a full underlug and a stainless steel barrel liner. This is actually chambered for .357 Magnum. So it's quite the powerful little package. I've got some 38 special 130 grain PMC bronze in it right now. As far as features go, this has a Trijicon tritium front night sight. Okay, I missed my fifth shot actually. I pulled it up, just past it. You heard it hit, but it barely touched it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the neck area?
Yeah. So this definitely has a little bit more recoil than the Ruger LCR because it weighs about 4 ounces less and it doesn't have the rubber back strap. So it has a tad bit more recoil. We plan on buying another one of those. The reason actually why I picked up this M&P340 is because I sold my Ruger LCR .357 Magnum. I missed my fifth shot.
That's the small target.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I can definitely feel the recoil in the web in my hand when I get a high hold on the revolver. Like up here, I can feel the recoil, unlike on the Ruger LCR. But that is what it is, you know. This gun weighs, if I remember right, 13 ounces or something like that, so it's very, very lightweight. It's definitely a featherweight revolver.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, Beretta Senior here. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P340. I have not fired this gun before, so...
So what do you think of the trigger pull?
it's heavy.
You missed your first shot, I think.
I know, I saw that. And then a second one, I think. Well, wait a minute. It holds 5, right?
Yeah.
It's more difficult for me to keep it on target than it is the Ruger LCR. Now, of course, this is only the first time I fired it. I'm trying to be real consistent with pulling it back and not slowing it down like you would if you were shooting a semi-auto. But my rounds are kind of all over the place. Go ahead and show what the target looks like. So, you know, not terrible. I'm trying to determine if that was from earlier today when we had some other shooters shooting. Because I remember it hitting right there, unless there's 2 rounds in there now. But that might have already been there. So you might be right. I might have actually missed 1 round. It's going to take practice. I will tell you the recoil on it is at least 30% more. And we're talking about shooting 38s through it now. But the recoil on it is at least 30% more than shooting the .357 Magnum LCR. So I'm talking 38 rounds to 38 rounds. And this is about 30% more with felt recoil. I think it's just going to take some training, you know. Again, lots of people consider this Smith & Wesson 38 or an LCR 38 kind of an expert weapon, something that you really need to train with to get good at. So that's my take on it so far.
Some more Smith & Wesson M&P340 action. This is still the PMC bronze. We're also going to be shooting some hollow points through it today. Wow.
That is something else. Nice job.
Yeah. Oh my God. I am not used to reloading a revolver with speedloaders. A little bit more spread out, but that was me going a little bit faster. So I definitely say that's acceptable, right?
Yeah, you spread it out quite a ways. At least you hit the target.
Yeah. Alright, on this cylinder, I haven't gone for headshots yet today at all. This is the first time I'm going to go for headshots with this gun. I don't know where I'm supposed to hold, so I'm just going to aim dead center.
Wow.
Pulled that one up. Okay, so 3 times out of the 5 shots right there, I pulled my trigger. Once I pulled up, and once on the far left of it, and once on the far right. So twice I pulled it to the sides. So, you know, it's just got a heavier trigger pull on this gun. It's about 10 pounds probably.
Yeah, I would say.
Maybe 12.
Yeah.
Something like that. So the trigger feels a lot heavier when you're shooting it compared to the LCR.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, those are the...
Hornady Critical Defense 110 grain.
So we'll try that second.
Okay.
I'm trying with gloves on because I like to practice with gloves on, so I'm trying to see if I can reload it with gloves on. Not bad for that little target. That worked out well. That's the best I've shot it so far. Okay, so Hornady Critical Defense plus P's. Not bad. It actually didn't feel like it had that much more kick to it than the regular practice rounds. So it did not hurt any more than the regular stuff.
So it didn't hurt any more than the PMC 130 grain?
Right. So the nickel casing on those Hornady rounds. Notice there's a little bit of, looks like unburned powder there. And that was not there on the practice rounds. So that was the Hornady Critical Defense. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
All right. Your turn.
So we're going to be shooting the Hornady Critical Defense 110 grain out of this right now. See what it feels like and see if I can hit pretty good with it. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Nice job.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the recoil of it?
So those were kind of snappy, but I obviously controlled it good enough to get a group like that. So again, those were the Hornady Critical Defense rounds. What we're going to be shooting next is the Corbon DPX rounds, 110 grain.
I like those.
I'm interested to see which one has a bit more recoil.
My money's on the Corbon.
Wow, I shot a tighter group with the Corbons.
Is that the group on the left?
Yeah.
Wow, man. What did you think about the recoil?
Both, in my opinion, are pretty much the same. Maybe the Corbon might be a little bit more snappy. Just a little.
Okay.
So up next, the Winchester PDX-1s. These are 130 grain compared to the 110 grain Corbon DPX and Hornady Critical Defense.
Cool.
If I could get them in. Okay, so I pulled my last shot just a little low, but other than that, it was a tighter group than the Corbon DPX and the Hornady Critical Defense. If I just hit dead center in those 4 shots, that would have been tighter. So I pulled my last shot, which is the lowest shot right there.
And you're 9 yards away here, so that's just excellent.
Yeah, it's a very accurate J-frame, that's for sure. Again, you're going to feel it when you're training with it. You're going to feel the recoil. It's definitely a bit more snappy than the LCR, but
Do you think it's manageable?
it's definitely manageable. You know, again, you know, you're only going to shoot probably 15 rounds every time you go to the range, you know, using it just to remain proficient.
Right. So you like it?
Yeah.
I did not think you'd be able to shoot a group like that on the first day. Nice job. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.